What is up, guys? Dallas here. We are back with another YouTube video today. Today we will be building our new Eskute bike. We've actually purchased 3 Eskute bikes. This is now our third. We have the V100, the V200, and now we have the M200F. We picked the color orange because I liked the color orange that we have on the V200. And they had lots of options, but I wanted to spice up things because honestly, their orange is pretty dang sick. We ended up going with the M200F because this bike pretty much checked all the boxes that I was looking for. It is a lightweight bike. Its range is pretty far, it goes up to 85 miles on a single charge. And the speed of this bike is pretty dang fast. It goes up to 31 miles per hour, so not bad at all. And then the max payload capacity is 350 pounds. I myself am 170 pounds and 5'10", so we will see shortly what I look like on this bike. I also was looking for a bike that was great for light off-road. I didn't want a fat tire e-bike that you do see nowadays. So I went ahead with this bike. I believe it has a 27.5 inch tire with a 2.1 inch width. So very great. It's, I believe, like mountain bike tires. So with warm season coming up right now, I wanted to honestly beat the heat and get myself this Eskute M200F. And I guess the orange is great because you might see me on the trails. So very awesome. We're gonna go ahead and build our bike. I already unboxed it. I wanted to show you what all came with the box or the bike when you do purchase it. Again, you have to build your bike unless you buy it from maybe a shop. They already have like pre-built ones. But this is what it looks like. It's pretty simple. It only looks like pedals, a kickstand, seat, and then your front tire. That's all pretty easy stuff that we will go over with here shortly. But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts. Drop them down below. I'd be happy to answer them if you guys had any questions about it. And yeah, let's get to it. So we have the bike here right in front of us. Like I said, we just actually got it like not too long ago, and I just honestly couldn't wait to open it. But here she is. We obviously have our bike. We got the seats. We have a reflector, looks like, our 2 pedals, a kickstand, the front axle, then we have a user manual, our charger, I believe, and then our front tire. And if you guys were wondering, this bike cost me around $6.99. If you go ahead and use my discount code Dallas off of their website, it'll save you some money. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start with our handlebar first so that it's not in the way and dragging around. You're just gonna go ahead and remove this bracket. There's gonna be 2 screws right on top with this rubber piece as well. You want to make sure you go ahead and remove your 2 screws and your bracket, and then you're going to go ahead and get your handlebar on. Make sure it's in the correct position, that your both levers are facing outwards. There's going to be some teeth on the middle of your handlebar. We're going to go ahead and place your bracket back on, right on them teeth, and then you're going to get 1 screw. And the whole idea is just to make sure that you get your first bolt just on very slightly so that your bracket isn't going to go anywhere. Then thread your next bolt on as well. Make sure that rubber piece is there. We're just going to make sure they are threaded on as so. And then when this is threaded enough where it's not moving, we can go ahead at the end and adjust our handlebar to our liking because it's always going to be different. So next, we're going to go ahead and move over to our seat. This one is pretty simple. You're just going to have this pulled back, slide your seat in, and then I usually like to have it all the way down. And then of course, when our bike is fully finished, we can adjust our seat accordingly. And then just to tighten your seat, you're just gonna have this latch back, twist this knob here, and then pull that latch back. And there you go. We have our seat already tightened. Again, I like to have my seat very bottom because I like to sit a little lower. And then I guess our next step, we're gonna go ahead and get our kickstand mounted on. Okay, so we have our kickstand right here. As you see, we do have 2 bolts already mounted on our kickstand. You're just going to go ahead and remove them. And here is the bracket where you need to mount them back on. So we're going to go ahead and remove these 2 guys and we'll be back. Okay, now that we have our 2 screws removed, there's going to be a little space in between your kickstand and then you have your bracket here. You're going to slide your bracket in between your stand. You want to fold this guy up, slide it in between just as so, and then you're going to go ahead and put your 2 screws back on right here. You want to make sure that you do have your spacer on as well. We're going to go ahead and get this guy mounted back on. And once that is threaded, you can go ahead and start your second screw. There you go. All you have to do now is just tighten both screws on, and then you have your kickstand mounted on. Next, we have our pedals. We're going to go ahead and get our left side on. You're just going to put this guy right in here. You're going to screw it in. Use your tools if you have to. And there you go. We have our left pedal on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and work on our right side, and the install is exactly the same. Okay, I just want to show you guys something really quick. If your chain comes off right here, don't worry. All you're going to have to do is push this guy in right here. It'll allow a lot of slack for your chain. You're going ahead and grab your chain. You're going to put it right back on the teeth. And then release this guy back. And there you go. You have your chain back on in place. All right, so we are actually moving through this bike install and build, and it's going pretty quick. All we got left is our front tire, and then we're going to go ahead and sit on the bike and then honestly test ride it around my neighborhood and show you guys what this M200F is all about. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and install our light. There is a bolt that is installed right behind this bracket. You're going to go ahead and just grab that bolt, take it out, and then you're going to screw this guy from the front. Make sure that washer is there. Tighten this guy all the way. And then now you have your front headlight mounted on. You can always adjust the angle of this light so that it's in a clear path for your point of view. So to install the front tire, you're going to go ahead and remove this axle right here. We have our actual axle right there. We're just going to go ahead and remove this hardware. You don't need this at all. And then make sure that if there is a plastic tab right here lodged in between your brakes, just to pull that out so that that can go right over the brake disc. Now that we went ahead and removed our axle that was mounted here, we have our actual front tire axle. I know a lot of words of axles. We're going to go ahead and insert this guy right into our front tire. There's going to be 2 spacers that you'll need to mount onto your axle. You're going to want the larger spacer against the brake disc and then the smaller one on the other side. And before or when putting the tire over onto your front tire, you're going to want to make sure that the brake caliper sits right over your brake disc, so that you want to make sure that it aligns evenly. So we're going to go ahead and do this simultaneously. If you have a partner, this makes this job a whole lot easier. Well, there you go. I promise, folks, it's not always that easy, but Eskute really made it that easy for us. Next, we're going to go ahead and have our kickstand placed down so that we aren't balancing our bike when tightening the front axle onto, or tightening the front axle up. There's going to be a couple other pieces that we need to attach. We have our kind of washer, in a sense. You want to have this placed up. There's going to be a little notch where this guy goes. And then you have your nut. And you're going to attach the same two same two pieces on the other side. All right. So we have our hardware mounted. We're just going to go ahead and tighten them up. My trick is I like to have one wrench on the other side and one on the other side, on this side being tightened. You want to make sure that your front axle is nice and tight because that will be a very bad day if you're riding your bike and your front wheel pops off. So now that we have our front axle tightened, we are good to go. Okay, so we finally got our bike put together. I had already tightened everything that I needed to. I tightened the handlebar, the seat just in case, and yeah, everything looks great. Again, guys, I am 5'10", 170 pounds. I had filled the pressure in the tires. I put 25 PSI in the front and rear. Kind of looks sagging a little bit. I might go ahead and probably put it up to, I think max is 35. Maybe I might just go 30. But first impression, this bike is very comfortable. I'm gonna bring it closer and show you more about the bike, but I just wanted to give you guys a look on how I look on this bike with my height and weight. Here she is up close and personal. Here are the keys, and this key is to eject the battery. So of course you have to remove these two straps right here, and then you're able to remove the battery from the frame of the bike. This is how you turn it on. There is a switch on the side of the battery. We'll just have this switched on, and then you can turn the bike on by holding the M down, or you can go ahead and use your key fob. So you have your key fobs right here. You just kind of wave it across the screen, and boom, your bike is on. So pretty sick. I believe we have a couple modes here. There is a timer on when the bike turned on, so 12 seconds ago. We have our different levels of PAS. I believe it probably goes up to level 5. And then you have your battery indicator right here. So we are fully charged. And then you have your front light as well, and then you have a horn. And then we have a Shimano gear setup that looks to be 7 gears, so pretty sick. And then we are rocking a half throttle as well. So we're going to go ahead and get on the bike and see how it feels and how we look. All right, so I'm currently riding the bike right now. We have it on level 5. I like that it's a half twist throttle. We have it on, I think, gear 4. So pretty simple, pretty sick. So we're going on right now, I think only 15 miles an hour. So pretty easy to control. We're going pretty fast. There you go. Got some kick to it. We're gonna go ahead and show you. But look at that though. I'm riding the bike one hand. I mean, don't recommend, guys. But you know, I mean, if you do it at your guys' own risk. Pretty smooth. All right, we are going. Level 5, I'm not even pedaling at all. Look at that, 23 miles an hour, 24, 26, 26 miles an hour, 27 miles an hour, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my camera down. I'm gonna zoom past here real quick, show you guys what I look like. This bike is smooth, it goes super fast, and it's really comfortable and honestly super easy to ride. I was doing a balancing act. Again, do it at your own risk. I've been riding for quite some time now, and I feel comfortable doing what I was doing. So we're gonna go ahead and set this camera down, and you're gonna see me zoom by. All right, folks, we're gonna be taking this turn right here. Nice turn. All right, we're gonna be taking this turn right here We're gonna be going pretty fast, pedaling. This bike is, holy crap, this is, oh my God, this is nice. This is awesome. All right guys, as you guys can see, I was gliding through that turn. Right now we are going 100% PAS. I have it on level 5. Super easy to ride. Drop it down to level 1. We're just gonna be cruising away. Pretty easy. We are on our bike path. Look at that, super simple, super easy. Definitely recommend this M200F by Eskute. Super easy guys. This is honestly like a normal bicycle. You just have your motor to help you kind of push to go a little faster. But we are on level 1 and we're just coasting. As you see, I'm pedaling. There's no throttle involved. And we are just smooth sailing. We are going 8 miles an hour. This is very comfortable. I can always change it as well, have my light on, but this is honestly the perfect speed. Perfect bike if I'm just going around town, maybe even just getting some exercise. Right now, if you hear me huffing and puffing, I'm fully pedaling, no throttle at all. A gear set to level 4, and we're just smooth sailing. So thank you guys for watching. We definitely appreciate your guys' support. If you guys want to go ahead and pick yourself up the M200F by Eskute, I definitely highly recommend getting this bike or the other bikes that Eskute does have. Again, we have the V100 and V200, perfect bikes, honestly, just to dink around with, have fun. But this bike is perfect for commuting and just getting some good exercise. You can also use this bike on some light off-road trails. I don't currently have any near me at all right now, but I'm currently just riding my bike on our bike pathway. And oh crap, there's some speed right there, guys. So definitely recommend getting yourself the M200F by Eskute. I really like this bike. It's very comfortable. Yeah, you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down below in the comments. Would love to help you guys out. I guess help you guys out, or I guess help you guys pick a bike for the fact from Eskute. So thank you guys for watching. Definitely appreciate it. We'll be sharing more videos on this bike, and I'll try my best to take it anywhere off-road as the heat is coming in, warmer weather. That's it's the very best time to do so. I can imagine this bike is great on light snow as well too, with the kind of off-road tires. So yeah, enough about that. Thank you guys for watching. Definitely appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next one.